John, we've talked a ton about this team's confidence the last few weeks. How impressed were you at the way you handled their push, the 2 goals quickly to make it 3-2?
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty big moment for us, and where when they score the 2 quick ones, I'm contemplating calling a timeout. I know we have a TV timeout coming pretty soon. Just let them play. I think there's one more rush that was a pretty scary rush against us, but then I thought we settled in. So I think that's a really important few minutes for us as we keep pushing forward during the season here, and just staying within ourselves. I thought we got back forechecking. And, for the most part, I thought we played a really good game, defended really well, killed some penalties. So that's a good, solid win for us.
And then the other thing I wondered is how pleased you were. You talk about patience as well. This was a pretty tight game for almost 2 periods, and nobody seemed to wig out or lose their way.
Yeah. I just thought we played in 5s a lot tonight. I thought we forechecked in 5s. We were close to the puck. In the neutral zone, I thought we did, for the most part, a pretty good job as far as a group of 5. And I thought breaking out of our end zone and just arriving and being positioned to get out of there, much more consistent tonight.
Can you speak to Boone Jenner's offensive approach this season? It seems like he's really thinking about scoring goals. Maybe it just looks that way to me, but he's really driving that aspect of his game.
Yeah. I mean, we know what Jens is, and his goal, you figure it's a typical Jens goal. He just jams it in, but he makes a really nice play on the defenseman that comes at him when he takes the puck out of the corner. So he's played really well this year. Remember last year during the playoffs and in our last game, he was struggling so bad. I mean, I didn't play him. So I think he has really tried to focus on to be that complete guy. Plays a major part in our game as far as faceoffs, and has been one of our more consistent players. Made some plays tonight too. Makes a nice play to Bemmer. Nice to see if Bemmer could score that goal, but makes a nice play there also.
Thanks.
And next we'll go to Jeff Svoboda. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Todd. Torts, you mentioned a couple times tonight forechecking, and you've kind of talked about recently being caught in between kind of that and a skilled team, but was it just nice to see that part of your game come along, and also just the fact that you I think all 3 goals were off of pretty strong forechecks where you caused some turnovers, which meant you were also in the offensive zone and kind of had some possession to make those things happen.
Yeah, we spent more time. I'm not sure what the minutes were, but it just seemed to me we spent more time there than we have of late. Really trying to concentrate on the initial contact, really in all zones. Our first man in the forecheck, our first man in the neutral zone forecheck, and how we do it. And also the battles, the first battle defensively, setting up our coverage. So I think the past couple of games we've been doing a better job of that. I think it helped our forecheck tonight, and we were closer. We weren't spread out. And as you said, we weren't in between. We stayed on top of things there. And again, we weren't great, but I thought we had better minutes at it.
And I think your goalie Corpy's given up 9 goals in the last 5 games. So he just seems like he's getting a little bit locked in. You mentioned early in the year, he kind of had some weird ones, but now he's kind of making up for that with the way he's been playing recently and kind of making those stops.
Yeah, I made a couple good saves tonight. I thought we played well in front of him. Made a couple good saves, and we just, all of us as the goaltender and as the team, we just got to keep on taking a step forward and try to find some consistency with our whole game.
Thank you.
And next we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Hedge.
Hey, John, just kind of building on that a little bit. I know that you guys want to continue making strides exiting your own zone, obviously. But, have you noticed the last 3 or 4 games or so better defensive play just in front of your goaltender in the zone?
I think we're better positioned. I think prior to this game here against Detroit, we didn't give up much, but against a wounded team, that's a wounded hockey club that we were playing. This was a bigger test for us. This is a really good hockey club we played. I'm not sure what the chances were, Hedge, but I thought we had some good sticks. I thought we handled the middle of the ice better. The most important part of the ice had some people there. So again, I'm not going to jump up and down and do cartwheels here. We're slowly trying to get better. And, you put a couple of games together, you win a couple of games. We just got to stay on top of ourselves and continue to try to get better in all aspects.
Is it fair to say that's where it starts for you guys, though? Is taking care of your own end, being sound defensively there, and then kind of going the other way with it?
Yeah, we're talking a lot about that. We got to find out. We truly don't have an identity. It's something we're trying to work on. I do think we have to. If you're gonna have any chance consistently in this league, you're gonna have to defend. You're gonna have to be a consistent team defending. And for this club here, with the pieces and trying to figure ourselves out offensively, that needs to be a constant with us as far as defending the proper way. We've improved. We need to get better.
Thank you.
And lastly, for Torch, we'll go to Mark Scheid. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, Todd. Torch, you mentioned earlier about the TV timeout. I don't think that's talked about enough. Just how do you utilize that, especially with the Stars getting the 2 goals like that? Did that period of time really help calm the team down?
Yeah, for me, do I call a timeout or do I wait for that TV timeout? And quite honestly, I think sometimes when coaches call timeout in that type of situation, you're almost spooked the team even more. Like I've said to you guys many times, you call a timeout because you want to talk to them, but then they start playing the music in the building during the timeout, so you end up yelling at them, basically, so they can hear you. I don't think it helps. And so I really try to be really careful in calling those things. And I'm not sure how much time was left, but I knew we were close to a TV timeout. And, when I saw the next rush come down, they threw a play backdoor. I started kicking myself a little bit. If they score that goal, maybe I should have. But after that, the TV timeout, I thought we collected ourselves, and I think we had more minutes forechecking.